corazón clementísimo de nuestro Padre Dios. Te pido por mis hermanos migrantes, ten piedad de ellos y protégelos, pues sufren maltrato y humillaciones en su caminar. Son señalados por la mayoría como peligrosos y marginados por ser extranjeros. Haz que les respetemos y valoremos su dignidad. Toca con tu bondad el corazón de cuantos los vemos pasar. Cuida a sus familias hasta que regresen a sus casas, no con el corazón roto, sino con sus esperanzas colmadas. Que así sea. Dios les bendiga. Vayan con Dios. Que Dios los cuide.
We are searching the realities of our own countries. And as Dehonians, as immigrants and children of immigrants, do not like what we see. These families remind us of our own histories, of our entrance into Canada and the United States. We look into the eyes of these children and become embarrassed and very uneasy. We know that drugs and crime exist everywhere, that we must be careful. Should we try to force all people to leave who want to enter and live with us and find a better life for themselves and their children? All people are deserving of respect and justice. They have a right to daily bread for themselves and their family. They have a right, equally and even more so, to humane treatment. Listen to these stories that we have gathered. Meet Elvia and Carlos Sarasa. They were arrested and separated from each other and their two children. In 2014, Elvia and her husband Carlos were arrested by immigration officials and separated at the detention center. Their daughter, Adriana, was 13 and their son Jose was 12. Adriana and Jose were left alone at home. Not knowing anyone, they pretended that their parents were at home in order to avoid being separated and being placed in foster care. They had to survive without mom and dad. During this time, Elvia felt miserable, abandoned, alone, and rejected. Not allowed contact with her husband, she could not share a visit with him and their two children. Elvia shared,
"This hurt me very much because we are a close family and the children had to spend 10 minutes with me and then 10 minutes with their father. What can you talk about in 10 minutes?"
They applied for asylum and ended up spending 16 months in the detention center. Elvia added that she lived with women from different nationalities, races, languages, and cultures, and from all continents. She shared,
"We had only one thing in common. We were all incarcerated."
The majority of the women were deported, and many did not have the opportunity to say goodbye to their children before they were gone forever. Their children could not touch, hug, or kiss their mothers before their deportation. Father Jim Casper of the region of Canada comments about Elvia and Carlos. Hearing the story, it is hard to believe that it is happening here. The cruelty is a frightening trend to a Canada that I have always considered as a community of many nations, as a just and compassionate country. In the United States, we see the Statue of Liberty and know the words that welcome all to its shores. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Send them the homeless, the tempest tossed to me, I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Our political leaders say the time has come for immigration reform. Now is the time. But we get so tired of the rhetoric, and their plans seem impossible at times, and some are clearly not fair to everyone. Lord, help us to open our eyes and our ears. Help us to be faithful to our call as the Honians. What does all of this mean? Leo John de Hone, open our hearts, minds, and will. Amen.